Friday morning. It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys. And folks, I just hit him up for that GoFundMe on the golden statue going up for auction here coming up. He told me no. Grumpy guy. He doesn't get to participate in our golden statue, folks, when we win this auction. Dale Hellestrae, everybody.
Good morning, Steve. And all I said simply was, use your own money. You got plenty of it. You pay cash. Walk away. Enjoy yourself.
I want to share it with the people, Dale.
Invite me over one time. Let me see.
I've invited you over numerous times.
I want you to invite me over when you're cooking steaks and baked potatoes and not.
Oh, you want to be invited over on your terms?
Yes, like you were invited.
Well, why don't you just plan it then? Why don't you just plan the get together at my house?
Oh, because I know you'd be grumpy and you'd be mean to Brooke, and
No, I wouldn't.
you'd go get Safeway steaks that are 3 days old.
Wouldn't. We're gonna be welcomed in like she'd be floating into that house. Be so welcome, like a goddess across that floor.
Wow, look at you!
Yes,
you.
I know how to treat people.
It's Friday, Steve.
You on the other hand, you would be like crawling. I'd be like, you take your shoes off outside there, sir, and I got a change of socks for you. How you doing, Dale?
I am doing pretty good. What's gone on since the last time I saw you, Steve?
It's yesterday.
Yeah. Did you get a good night's sleep?
I did, actually. I slept like a baby. I'm finally sleeping good again.
Okay.
Again,
you didn't
zero cough until you walked in the building today, and I started coughing a little bit.
That's interesting.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting? We all know what's going on. It's that perfume you wear. It just drives me nuts. Gets to me.
I have a nice aroma about me.
Eau de toilette that you have on. Kind of just affects me a little bit.
Are you allergic to Axe?
Yeah, Axe body spray. See?
Look at that. Well, T-minus 7 days, Scott.
Wow, you're
yeah.
not calling me Scott. What?
What's your name?
What?
Steve.
What?
T-minus 7 days at this time. Oh, I have to take next Friday off, by the way.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know now.
T-minus 7 days at this time next week. We'll be welcoming a new granddaughter to the family.
Is it an early morning birth or late one? You can
It's,
show up early.
They have to check in at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that means the baby's not coming till 10, 11. You can get here. What are you going to do? Just sit in the waiting room?
I got to cheer Hillary on.
You're not going to be in there. You're not going to be back there. You're going to be in the waiting room.
No. Actually, she said they don't even want us there. They want us to take care of Graham and Beckett.
Oh, well, which means you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
That means you can come in.
Well,
I'm going to deny. Hold on a second. Denied.
We were just talking about that last night. I said, well, because Brooke's going to spend the night Thursday night at their house. Their guest bed does not bode well with me, so I usually try to not to spend.
Is it like
the night.
a twin?
No,
Like your feet hang out the end.
It's a California king, but it's kind of
frumpy. Yeah.
And it just
you start on the edge and you end up in the middle.
And I wake up in the morning not so good. So I said, why don't we plan on this? I'll let Steve know what we're thinking, but.
No, you Bert. I'll tell you that births get the day off.
I wouldn't even think of it, Steve. Hey, Hillary, suck it up.
No, I'll take care of Hillary too, man. She took care of me. I'll take care of her too.
No, but right now the plan is first we'll spend the night, take Graham to school. Friday's Beckett's dance day, take her to dance, and then I'll swoop in around noon. Help them with lunch and go get Graham. So.
Oh, yeah, no. Whatever you need on this, I mean, that's a real deal. But 7 days, man. Man, it's been 9 months already. Huh?
Yeah. Well, for you and I, it's 9 months. For Hillary, it's been a long number.
Hating life and
Although
everything.
she has such easy pregnancies.
Oh,
like no morning sickness. No, she just gets cravings for food or whatever. And you literally can't tell if she's pregnant or not unless She's standing sideways.
Well, no, I've seen some photos, but that probably she probably accents in
Yes.
those photos, right?
Yes.
Like she wears stuff.
I mean, if
that
you see her
shows it
from
off.
behind, you don't see
Really?
that she's pregnant.
Yeah. Huh.
So anyway,
Yeah, that's a
T-minus 7
Hellestrae.
days.
Life's easy for the Hellestrays, folks.
Little Avery.
Is that what I've already know the name?
Avery Stockwell. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you had the gender reveal, a month or two ago?
Yeah, about 6 weeks ago.
And everybody was around, so I don't think we announced what it was here.
No.
We might have done it off air.
I think we put it on Facebook, didn't we?
Did you? Well, not everybody. Not all of our listeners are Facebook friends with you, Dale.
Oh, no, I'm very selective. I thought we might have mentioned it because I know that you saw. And,
yeah, I don't remember if we mentioned it on air or off air, and I'm always careful on that. You know.
Oh yeah.
Some people get weirded about that stuff. And
I said no pyrotechnics, and so they had little balls, soccer balls, or whatever, filled up with whatever color it was going to be, blue or pink.
How does that work? Because you have to tell somebody.
One of her really good friends in the neighborhood went and got the results.
Went and found out.
Yeah.
And then they go somewhere and say, I need a blue soccer ball. Because I'm always like, somebody has to know.
And somebody who you know can keep a secret. And then we had
just slip out. That could just slip out on accident.
And then they had Graham and Beckett kick a ball.
Yeah.
The idea was you kick it hard enough and it breaks, and either blue or pink.
That was a problem when they're young.
Yes, and Graham kicked his plenty hard. Beckett not so much, but then it gets sad.
Yeah, she gets all mad because she didn't get to show everybody.
But,
what if they would have come out two different colors, though? Twins.
50 years ago, that's a possibility, but now with ultrasounds.
You know it all. Yeah.
No.
That was one of my favorite, my favorite, going back to the Friends episodes, because I love Friends. I just love that show. And at the end, like, not Ross, not Rachel. Holy cow!
The Lisa Kudrow character.
No, the Ross's sister. Like, holy cow! I'm totally ruining.
Jennifer Aniston.
No, the other one.
Courtney Cox.
Yeah, that one. That character. Holy cow! I'm going to ruin this story now. But they're having a baby and they're trying to adopt, and the lady's like one baby, and then they find out that they had twins, like when they're born, and they go, "You didn't know?" And she goes, "Well, they kept saying 2 heartbeats, but I just thought they meant mine."
Evidently, there's
Monica. Ann chimes in. Monica, thank you, Ann. Holy cow! I just
evidently there have been ultrasounds where one's hiding behind the other or whatever.
That's still a thing. But you haven't done. Now you do the 3D. Do you guys do the 3D ultrasounds and all that stuff?
She sends us a picture.
Yeah.
And whatever.
You know when you walk in the house.
I mean, you can tell if the baby's smiling or not.
I know, yeah.
Or looking at the camera.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Baby's flipping you off.
Yeah. Am I going to have to meet Steve one day?
Yeah, exactly. Already F-bombing things.
Yeah, is he going to be swearing in front of me like he did my big brother?
No, this is another girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Avery's going to be like her older sister.
Yeah.
Be
allowed around you.
Nothing to do with me.
Yes.
Every time I see her around, man, Graham's right there running up, Big Steve, and everything. And then she wants like that picture at the football game.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, "I want a picture with Steve." Yeah. And then your one daughter was like, "Oh, let's get Beckett in there." And she was like, like running away.
She's heard some stories about Big Steve.
Yeah, Graham's like, he got me started on cigarettes. That's where it's going to get to.
Wow.
So next Friday, man, the time flies. But that's also weird too, because I knew before anybody else knew. You obviously kept it secret for a while. So it just feels like it was longer than when you've seen the announcements and stuff to that effect.
Right.
So, but yeah, 9 months flies, I guess.
Yeah.
So obviously, so C-section or whatever, right? Going
yeah.
in, so no natural birth or anything. That's how my 2 kids. First one, Ethan, was like 30-something days early. That was not a planned deal. Like that was middle of the night. Mom ain't looking too right. We better get to the hospital type deal. They come rushing in and throw some scrubs at me and go, "Let's go." And I was like, "What's happening?" Second one though, I dropped the car off at the shop on the way to get the brakes done. 10 a.m. I think it was 10 a.m. We had to be there, just took my time, got breakfast in the morning. It was so weird.
So it was a C-section second.
Yeah, second one.
Okay.
Yeah, second one was too, because of some health reasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
After the first one, but it's just a weird thing, and literally it was like a late morning appointment too. So it was really weird driving in there. Like I said, dropped the truck off, Firestone. Hey, we'll be back.
Had
Be back
breakfast.
later. Get that. Yeah. Stop for breakfast.
Hey, Steve, I think it's time to go. Hold on, let me finish my damn biscuits and gravy.
We're gonna be 30 minutes early. We got time. Let's relax. So it's kind of weird. That's a weird thing to do, man.
What's so weird about that is that how things have changed. Because my daughters were born 90s.
Yeah.
And with Hillary, our oldest, she was born in 92. I remember there's pictures of me, doctor, nurse, me, Brooke. I have a dip in my mouth. Baseball hat on. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
These things, at least in my family, don't ever happen. Hey, let's plan it for 9:30. This natural childbirth.
It's always weird timing.
And
after a long day of practice, Dale's all
no, thank goodness.
Off season.
Thank goodness, both of them in February.
She was February.
Yeah, and both of them had tough deliveries. So Brooke had tough deliveries. So it's standing there, I didn't look below the equator.
Oh.
And you try to support whatever, and things come out of your wife's mouth that you've never heard her say before.
I haven't been through that. I have no idea. I've never been through that.
Okay, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, something's going a little wrong, and then bam, there's a button somewhere in the room, because it went from doctor, nurse,
to all these people,
10 people.
Well, they all watch.
Ooh, they come flying in. And
I've never experienced. I had to cancel the what is that, the Lamaze class or whatever. I had to cancel that because Ethan came so early. Like we were doing that the next week, so I actually had to call. And they're like, "Why are you canceling? Already here?"
Yeah. No practice. Not the practice doesn't freaking work anyway.
Yeah, but no, I don't know any of that, man.
And so they boom, Hillary's out, gone. And it's like, I didn't cut the umbilical cord, not that I wanted to.
Really? Just rushed him out of the room?
Yeah. She broke her collarbone coming out.
Ooh.
Because there's a little bit of, and she wasn't that big of a baby. And then Kendall had to be suctioned out, and same thing. And it's like, so I didn't cut an umbilical cord. Not that I'm complaining.
Oh, I thought that was a cool part.
Not that I'm complaining. They tell me it looks like calamari, and I don't like calamari, so.
See, I like blood and guts, man. Yeah. I'd be a doctor. If you didn't have to go to school for 100 years to be a doctor.
You didn't have to know what you're doing.
I would be a doctor, man. Blood and guts do not bother me at all.
See, that's what's weird about me. Yeah. My blood doesn't bother me. Other people bleeding bother me.
I can see a leg pointing the other way, and I'll be like, "Hey, buddy, why don't you sit?" I'll be calm as a daisy. "Hey, buddy, why don't you have a seat right there, man? Hey, look at me. Why? Don't look at it. Just look at me. I can walk through those steps, and I've seen people get run over before and stuff like that. So, I've always been able to handle that stuff. Yeah. Well, it was funny too because I get confused now. I think it was Ireland, where the doctor's like, "Hey, you want to see what's going on?" And I was like, "Heck yeah!" He wouldn't have offered that if he didn't think I could handle it. So I'm like, looking over the thing and just stomachs out, and I'm just like, "Cool."
Nope.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Nope.
And also says, "I love you guys." Talking birthing stories, especially right before Mother's Day. Yeah, he said I should ask to hear my husband's versions. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I see TV shows. That just wasn't my experiences at all. First one was just one of those where I went to the hospital. I was on bed rest for a week at the hospital. It was a week of the Open, so I was out at the Waste Management Open because she was like, "You don't have to hang out here. Go," because I had customers and stuff. She's like, "Go enjoy the Open, whatever." So I'd go there in the morning, Open during the day, go back at night, type of a deal. And then they released her, went home. And they told me what to look for, like if she turns yellow, anything to that effect. Or
They're talking to the baby.
No, talking about mom.
Oh.
And everything. So I'm like, all right, cool. Literally get home, everything's fine. I wake up at 1 in the morning and I just look over and I'm like, oh crap. It looked like a Simpsons character, man, just yellow as can be. I woke up and was like, hey, we got to go. And then, like I said, from there, it was just boom. I'll never forget it, man. It was like police raiding a room. Boom. nurse, like 7 nurses, a doctor. They're throwing scrubs at me. They're taking, and I'm just like, what the heck's happening? So that was the first one, and everything went fine from that point on. And then he was like 30 something days early, so he was in the hospital for like a month or something. And then the second one was so easy that I don't know all that stuff. I'm lucky, I guess. That's my biggest fear, man. Having to wake up at 1 a.m. and rushing, and then your car gets all dirty.
And you forgot to plug your EV in, and you run out of
No
electricity.
Yeah, that is right. Mother's Day's on Sunday. I didn't even know that till the other day. I think yesterday is when I found out.
Well, hold on. You don't got a special celebration for your sweetie Autumn?
No, my mom.
You guys don't get together as a family?
I didn't even know it was Mother's Day until yesterday. Autumn's sick now. She's blaming me for it. But
well, I would too.
I wasn't sick. It was my allergies, man.
Oh, stop with your allergies. Allergies is runny nose and light cough.
Her throat, mine was just the throat and the stuffiness, man. My throat didn't hurt. It just dried out on me and stuff. Yeah.
You're hacking up a lung for crying out loud.
That's just the loose phlegm that's floating around.
So Mother's Day, you're not getting your mom?
Dude, I just found out it was Mother's Day yesterday, Dale.
And you didn't go shopping last night?
No, because I found out at like 7 p.m. yesterday.
Jeez Louise. We've already got the family get-together planned. We're grilling.
Yeah, but that's because your daughter, who's having a baby next Friday, also plans ahead like 7 months.
She does do that.
I do not do that at all. I literally be like, oh, I wanted to do that. When was that? Oh, that was last night? Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to that. I wanted to. All right.
We're already on the docket for sometime in September.
Yes, yeah. I get heart palpitations thinking if I had something. I think I've told this story before. Like, we had George Strait tickets for like August, and we bought them in like October, November. And like every time somebody's like, "Hey, what are you doing in May?" I don't know, but I have George Strait coming up in August. Like, it stresses me out, man. I got plans.
I'm not planning anything for August.
It's just like it drives me nuts just thinking I have something and all of this stuff. Yeah.
What happens if there's an SCA game?
What do you mean?
In George Strait SCA game.
Oh no, this was years ago.
I thought that was this week.
I've already got the schedule down, the high school schedule down that I'm going to, and no, just kidding. I have no idea. No idea. And then look, all I know is I also learned that I have a home Rattlers game on Sunday. Also, I just learned that the other day. That's how far ahead I plan, folks. I just know I have to be here Monday through Friday, and after that, whatever happens, happens. That's all I care about.
You got a big weekend this weekend.
I do.
We got wrestling. Got Rattlers.
Well, you got Backlash. That'll just on TV though.
What's Backlash?
It's just it's another big event. Don't worry about it. I don't want to talk about it with you because you don't like it. You don't like it.
You got to ask. You have to ask Kevin Guy some questions.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, on Sunday night as well. 4:00 out there in Glendale. They play somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, Tucson, who's not good.
Okay. So my charge to you.
Yep.
Is you need to come up with a dollar amount for how much Kevin Guy got fined.
From him?
Yeah.
And I just do I do the round thing and be like, was it $5,000?
Just tell me, higher or lower?
Yeah, higher or lower. What about 10? Was it 10 grand?
Oh, goodness.
Well, it's that thing, too, where you get told stuff, and, like, it's very obviously, like, in that email I got, I also got, some other stuff that you can't say, and stuff like that. So, it's interesting how you go through
that.
And it's nice that they trust you to not, say what you're not supposed to say out there and things like that.
You don't want to violate that.
No, that to me would be mortification if I slipped and said something. The secrets we know in life, Dale. The secrets we know. But it's a Friday, good Friday show, typical Friday show. We're going to have some fun today as well. It is amazing to me, Dale, how many people. First of all, Bennett finally had his press day at ASU yesterday.
Yeah,
middle of the day, no less. Diamondbacks. Another issue. Maybe he needs to call all of his star fielders into his room.
Hitters
together and have a talk to them on top of this, because this is pretty bad what we're dealing with there. Carson Beck spoke yesterday. Your future starter for your Arizona Cardinals.
I heard that the rookies got to pick their numbers too.
I
I never got to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a standard thing nowadays.
I never got to do that.
I was interested in Carson Beck because he was number 11 in college. He's moving, I think, to 14.
Okay.
Did he ask Larry Fitzgerald if he can have the number, or was he just like, I'll just be 14?
Larry Fitzgerald's not 14.
No, he's 11.
Right.
Carson Beck was 11.
Oh.
Yeah. So now Carson Beck's going to be 14. Did he ask Larry? Larry said no, or was it one of those of I'm not asking Larry. I'm just going to be 14.
Is it retired?
If it's not, it's about to be because he's in the Hall of Fame.
It's funny that comes up because I saw something on X yesterday, Michael Irvin getting interviewed, and they're like, why isn't 88 retired?
Yeah, well, he gave permission to C.D. Lamb to wear it.
And Drew Pearson gave permission to Michael Irvin to wear it. And Michael's response was, why would I want my jersey retired? They just hang it up in the rafters, and when I die, you
get forgotten about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas if 88's out there,
yeah.
Until you have somebody at the same level of Michael Irvin, you're always going to equate that number to Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin, he goes,
I agree.
He goes, when CeeDee Lamb drops the ball, they go, Michael Irvin wouldn't have dropped that
exactly.
ball.
He's not wrong.
He's laughing.
He's not wrong on that at all. I agree with that concept 100%.
I gave the Cowboys permission to use my number.
And they went, thanks, Dale.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We gave that out 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, they gave out to some training camp body.
He's already been cut.
It was weird the year after. I did see some slappy wearing in training camp. Did not even give me a year.
That's so funny. You're like, oh my God, like what is that?
That guy sucks.
That is true. That's like the ultimate insult of who gets the number after.
Yeah. Well, then they gave it to
making me laugh here.
And then they gave it to a really good offensive lineman. Went to about 7 or 8 Pro Bowls, maybe a Hall of Famer. And now I'm going to forget his name, but
I want to say Zach Allen.
Yes, Zach
Martin.
Zach Martin. Yeah.
No, he
was worthy.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He was worthy.
All the blood, sweat, and tears from number 70 before him built him up. Dan. That's what you should be saying. Oh my gosh, you made me laugh this morning on top of it. So there we go. Fun week for you next week.
Going to be probably a little bit of stress, and all I remember is Graham was born during the dead middle of COVID.
Ooh, so yeah, no hospital.
No hospital, no nothing, and there were some complications and all that. Everything's taken care of, but Brooke's like, we need to break into the hospital. I'm like, yeah, then what are we going to do? Okay, yeah, break in, and what I'm sneaking around somewhere.
Yeah, Dale's behind a pillar.
Yeah, you can't see me. Boy, oh boy, that's weird allergies.
Oh my gosh. You're making me laugh as having it come up. Robert said, and I could be wrong, Robert says Carson Beck's number is 19. It might be right. I just remember it's not 11. I was stuck with 14, but I was watching a lot of press conferences yesterday and stuff like that. So he says he's going to be 19. 19,
Cardinals 14. Select jersey numbers.
Yeah, I was just say
Jeremiah Love is keeping his
4.
So Jeremiah Love's 4. Good old Chase Basantis 57. Carson Beck is 19.
Okay, is 19. Okay, not 14, 19. Good job, Robert. Thank you,
Yeah.
Robert. Thank you, Robert. I was going off of memory. Who else is on that list?
Caleb Proctor 94. That was his college number. Reggie Virgil number 82.
I hate to be this guy, but most people can keep their numbers from college for the Cardinals.
Well,
there's only a few numbers that are sacred.
Like whose? Honestly, the left tackle.
Butkus? Not Butkus. Who's the other guy? The actor guy.
Humphreys?
No. The old-time player. They're all old-time players that are retired. Pat Tillman, obviously. That number can't be touched. Not Butkus. Who's the Offensive lineman, old-time offensive lineman, Dale. Even
Dan
before you were-
Dierdorf?
Dierdorf, thank you. That number can't be touched. I don't even know what number it is. Probably is touched. I don't know. But obviously Tillman and Fitz. I
Well,
think
every team has different standards or whatever for their like Hall of Fame people. They have their rings of honor. Some like the Cowboys. The only number that I don't think anybody's ever worn is 12 with Roger Staubach.
But they don't actually have them retire. Like
Yeah,
they won't retire them, but they'll just say, you know, you have to get permission if you're good enough. You have to get permission to use that number. Like they're not going to give 88 to just some receiver out there.
right. Oh, yeah.
Like if I made the Cowboys, they're not going to go, here you go, number 88. It's going to go to somebody like CeeDee Lamb that is viewed as the next version of that or whatever.
You know what's interesting? Because I think so. Roger Staubach, number 12, I don't think has ever been worn, and I don't think 22 Emmitt Smith has ever been worn.
I don't remember anybody that's. If it has been, it's been
a training camp body or something.
Yeah, special teamers. But even then, isn't that more insulting? You only give. You don't retire the numbers. You just give it to people expected to be at that level or close to that level.
Right.
It's what like a CeeDee Lamb's worthy of it. But you know, the third receiver is not getting 88, right? So officially retired numbers by the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, officially retired.
So can't use these numbers. And I agree with the first one, number 8, Larry Wilson.
Okay.
Long before I was there, but dude was a warrior, played with broken arms, 2 broken arms.
Got an interception.
Yeah, warrior, just a warrior beyond belief back in the day. So I agree with that one. Then, of course, Pat Tillman, 40. Stan Molden, tackle, 1946 to 48, number 77. J.V. Kane, tight end, 1974 to 78. He was number 88. His numbers retired as well.
Huh.
Now they have another category called effectively restricted out of circulation.
What? Okay.
Which basically means you can get this number, but you better be somebody special. I imagine.
Right.
Larry Fitzgerald's under that category. So while not officially retired, according to what I'm seeing here, this number has not been issued, obviously, since Fitzgerald's retirement, and it's considered untouchable by the organization. Yeah, I mean, it would take Larry Fitzgerald to say he can have number 11.
Right.
And I'm sorry, Carson Beck is not that guy. You're not giving that to a third-round draft pick. You're giving it to a number 1 receiver, like maybe a Marv when he came out of college. You would go. All right,
you would bet on him, yeah.
You know, type of thing. The other one is number 24, Adrian Wilson.
Really?
Yeah, not in circulation.
Huh.
I loved me some A-Dub, but really?
Yeah.
At next level? Really? Yeah. Of course, J.J. Watt had number 99, where the Marshall Goldberg, that number was retired.
I think he asked their family.
I think the family came out and said he could have it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he asked them or if they just were like, he can have 99. But those are the guys that should have those numbers. Like the next number 11 I don't think you should retire them. It's just you better be somebody special to get that number. And like I said, Carson Beck, I'm sorry, buddy, I love you. You're going to be starting for this team this year, and I'm rooting for you. But you're not a number 11 guy.
Not yet.
No, yeah. You change it to 11.
You made
a couple Super Bowl runs here.
Yeah.
Then we'll change it to 11. I will personally lobby for that for you as well. So, but I think the Yankees don't retire numbers at all, because if they did, you'd be at like number 80 by now. Like every player would be 80 through 85 right now.
Well, that's the thing. Like the Yankees, they have retired a bunch of numbers. They're going to start running out of numbers.
I don't think they actually retire numbers. They do something weird with it. I don't think New York Yankees retirement numbers. Let me see here real quick.
I thought the Yankees did, but
well, I'm sure few of their guys they have. Oh no, you're right. They do numbers. There's a team out there. I could be wrong. There is a team out there that doesn't retire numbers because they have so many of them.
Well, I thought that was the Yankees.
That's what I thought too. But I hear it says, like Derek Jeter, number 2. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it says retired numbers. The 21 numbers that have been removed from circulation to honor 22 of their finest players and managers, centers the most in Major League Baseball. So they apparently do take them out of circulation.
Huh.
Yeah.
guess you can go 0 through 100.
I remember when I did the Yankee Stadium tour, right? You go through the monument and stuff. I could have swore they said they don't. The numbers they're not retired, but like I said, they're restricted on who they can go to and stuff to that effect.
Okay.
Obviously, 40's retired all through Major League Baseball, but
Right.
like you're not going to see anybody wearing number 2 for the Yankees unless you're somebody special because of Derek Jeter.
Right.
Obviously. And stuff like that. But I don't know. See, like I said, it's Friday. My brain's not working right. I'm just making stuff up, apparently, as we talk. Robert says, wonder if Beck asked Skelton. Sorry. That's funny. That's funny. Robert also said, Bob Hayes was 22.
Yeah, and then Emmett Smith, and I don't
Yeah,
remember
because
anybody after that.
that was before Emmett,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Let's look it up. Who has worn, just out of curiosity now, I know we're going to do all this production stuff. Everybody at home's like, what are you doing? Worn number 22 for the Cowboys since Emmett Smith. Other thing is, Emmett Smith will probably make you pay for that number with everything he makes you pay for these days with him as well. Yeah, no player has worn 22 in a regular season game. The caveat there with the regular season game thing since he left them in the 2002 season. Cowboys do not officially retire jersey numbers, but they do put them out of circulation. So same thing with Troy Aikman's 8, Roger Staubach's 12. They're not officially retired, but you're not getting it unless somebody says you can. It's basically how the Cowboys handle it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. So number 70, Dale.
I guess nobody's ever called me.
Well, you probably wrote it on a piece of paper and left it in your locker for him, right? Here's what I'd like done with number 70. Makes me laugh. That's funny.
So we're just going to continue. So Randy, you pointed out we got Randy Bennett's press conference.
Well, you don't want to keep having fun with these number stuff? Yeah, so Bennett and Beck yesterday talking. ASU head coach basketball said a few things that caught my ear. Second of all, Dale, I will say this about Bennett. ASU was putting out pictures of him before and after the press conference as a fellow pale-skinned man. And Randy Bennett is a lot. He's more sun adverse than I am. As a fellow pale-skinned guy.
Yeah.
And he's worse than me. There's a reason why I refuse to wear gold to any ASU sporting event.
Ooh.
Because it makes me look paler and sicker.
Okay.
And he wore a gold shirt yesterday, and then the lighting there did him no favors. There were a couple of shots that they put out that I was like, they made him look like an old, sick man. But then you saw him in other stuff with his talking, and he looked fine.
Yeah,
and I was like, you're not doing him any favors here, ASU, because there's already a faction of your fan base saying he's too old to coach this team and all that stuff. But also, you got to be cognizant of that, too, if you're Randy Bennett. You know what you look good in and what you don't. And you don't go with that bright gold. Makes you look paler.
Before I go to a speaking engagement, before I do most things, if it's a dress-up event, I will ask my wife, is this acceptable? Don't you think the wife goes, honey,
yeah.
You just got out of the hospital. Everybody's worried about your health. Let's wear some dark color.
Yeah, let's wear something that puts some color in your skin.
How about some maroon?
Because, it's just if you're a pasty white guy anyway, you naturally look differently than you do in other situations. Yeah, so you darken it up a little bit. You get like I have a black shirt on today. I look darker than I actually look in real life right now because the shirt's picking up on the camera. I know the games. But yeah, it was amazing to see. And he had just shaved his head, so it was all shiny. I'm like, dude, just throw some powder on that bad boy. Like, I didn't put any powder on my head today. And look at this little thing right here. Look at that shininess. So they didn't really help out. Excuse me. Holy cow. Dale, I'm dying over here. Of course, the Lakers did something last night in NBA basketball I don't think I've ever seen before.
Oh.
and I found it utterly disgusting.
Oh, my. I watched a lot of the game. I didn't see that.
Did you enjoy all the flopping?
I really enjoyed Chad Holmgren's getting bumped in the chest and throwing his head back and causing himself a concussion.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Major League Baseball talks to the umpire. Literally, somebody could have said, go review that and determine that.
Well, they did review it.
No, but and then overcome it instead of leaving it in their hands. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that this would do it. But it's what the Thunder do. I'm done complaining about it because it's what the Thunder do. But it's what the Lakers did. I get it. Complain on the court. I get it. Complain on the court. Austin Reeves called the ref the P word yesterday.
That's real smart.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get teed up for it. But I basically called the ref out for not making the right calls and called him afraid of the Thunder. You can read the lips in the video if you haven't seen it, and stuff to that effect. It's an amazing thing that's happening. But then the Lakers took it to a level that, one, I can't believe the referees allowed it to happen, and then two, the Lakers doing this, I find disgusting. If I told you, now it's after the game that this happened. If I gave you the gist there, because you obviously haven't seen it, what do you think I'm talking about? Like, what would you think that I would find just be like, what are you doing? Why are the refs allowing this?
Well, I did
and
see.
What's disgusting about
Are you going to guess? 'Cause I saw one little blurb about them surrounding the refs after the game.
Yes.
On the court.
Yes. Kobe, do you have that video available? Lakers after game. Here's from the broadcast here. This is the Lakers. Game's over. Referees usually leave the court right away. Usually the teams greet the other team and then complain a little bit to the refs as they're walking off, and then everybody separates and goes on.
Yes.
This is what happened after the game yesterday with your Los Angeles Lakers.
Off winning streak going back to Game 7.
That's the refs in the middle,
last year's
folks.
NBA Finals. And the Lakers wanted to spend a little extra time with the officials before heading to the locker room.
LeBron didn't even say anything.
Nope. Austin Reeves. This is Austin Reeves.
It was 96.
125 to 107 the final. Thunder win it over LA. NBA nightcap presented
Speaking
by
of looking
Patron
sickly, man, Austin
is
Reeves
coming up
looks
next.
like
Star of the
I
game
would
will
be
join the
that.
show.
Look at
Pistons
the
take a
Thunder
2-0
are
lead.
laughing at them.
Yes. Yes.
The
yes.
Thunder are making fun of the Lakers for doing that. I find this utterly disgusting that the refs would have that conversation in the middle of the floor after the game.
Yes.
Being surrounded. One person's one thing. The Lakers team surrounded them. Even a guy in street clothes.
Yes. Who got a technical earlier in the game.
He's there.
Yeah.
Talking to him. LeBron standing there staring over everybody's shoulders and everything. I find this utterly disgusting. Now, I also find the fact that the referees let the Thunder get away with what they get with. To me, it's ruining basketball. I don't like it. But I do find it kind of comical because there was one point in this game where SGA just got flown to the floor, embellished it. LeBron went to the floor also, and both of them were on the floor. LeBron's like moving his wrist, like, oh, and SGA's acting like, he got, murdered down there. And he's going to have to be hospitaled out. And I'm like, oh my God, the acting between these two guys on the floor is amazing.
Are they going for Academy Awards or a championship?
It was amazing. Then they both get up and they're both like limping, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, okay. But what are you doing? Why as a refereeing crew, are you entertaining a team surrounding you after the game? What team? I don't get what they're doing, man. I don't get what they're doing. And also, Lakers, welcome. Hope you had fun in the playoffs, because it's over.
And they're doing this without Jalen Williams.
Yes. He's going to come back healthy against the Spurs. I think the Spurs are winning that series, but yeah, it just, I don't know, man. It just rubs me the wrong way that was allowed to happen. And then on top of it, what if you're the Thunder? You're sitting there laughing at them.
Well, that's what you do when you know you're in people's heads.
That's my point.
Yeah.
As the Lakers, well, one, it looks bad because it looks like you can sit back and go, well, the refs are allowing the Lakers to have a meeting with them after the game in middle court. The Thunder, they're not going over and talking to the Thunder in their huddle. They're not having a huddle with the Thunder afterward. So you can go, well, that looks a little shady. So you can have that conversation because that never happened before. I've never seen that happen before. And then on top of it, if you're the Lakers, what is that doing to your opponent? The opponent's going to come out even more fired up next game.
Well,
We're in your heads. We're going to dominate you. We're going to keep going. We're going to step it up a little bit on top of it so you guys can meet with the refs after we eliminate you as well. You guys can have your ref power then as well.
I did come to the conclusion, watch the game last night with some buddies at your local Zips.
Well, nobody's local, Zip, because I heard where you were meeting at. Guys, I can't get you to come to my house, but you'll go meet Kevin Ray clear out there. Seriously?
It's only 20 minutes from my house.
That's how far my house is from yours.
No, in 20 minutes, I'm stopping and having a picnic lunch on my way out to your house.
It's like 45.
Jeez,
yeah, I tried.
But we did come to the conclusion as a table that, guess what? White guys should not wear headbands in basketball.
Are you talking about Austin Reeves?
I'm talking about Austin freaking Reeves.
And he, again, it goes to my gold point here, and you'll see what I'm talking about with Randy Bennett here coming up. Austin Reeves looks like me. Like I put on a jersey and was like just walking out on the court. He's pudgy a little bit, pasty white, and that gold does not help him at all.
No. And then the headband.
Yeah, the headband's pretty bad. I know. But he's the leader of that team with Luka out, man. You see that? Even LeBron was standing next to him. Nodding his head. I do find some irony in this, though, that the Lakers are the ones complaining about flopping. It does give me a little. LeBron's complaining about flopping. That does give me a little bit of irony and kind of fun to watch. But obviously, you obviously, I just let it out of the bag. But you had dinner last night with Kevin Ray. You guys were hanging out watching the game.
Yeah.
Obviously, very knowledgeable about basketball. Covers the Suns. Does a lot of stuff with the Suns. Knows the Suns intimately.
Yeah.
What's his take on all that flopping and everything going on? Out of curiosity.
I think he's done talking about it.
That's the way I am.
Because again, when we were all watching when the Holmgren thing happened.
If you don't know, he's talking about DeAndre Ayton put his back to Holmgren, took the ball, went and made a basket, and the refs called an offensive foul, and Holmgren looked like his face got exploded got punched in the face.
And the shoulder and DeAndre's shoulder touched Holmgren in the chest.
Yeah.
And one of these days, Holmgren's going to actually go down, and he's going to have some kind of paralyzation because he literally takes his head and throws it back.
Quick motion.
And then he's 7'2". That's a long way to fall down.
Oh, I firmly believe SGA's injury bugs are going to come because of the way he flops. If you watch him, he lands funny on his legs and things like that as he's flailing through the air. There's going to come a time where he's going to do something that's going to be a serious injury because of it. I'm convinced of it.
Well,
that's just nasty.
Or these guys who hurl themselves backwards, they're going to throw themselves into a teammate's legs.
Or hit something unmovable there as they're going backwards. It is an amazing thing to watch. But I'm just curious because obviously he's in there. But I'm with that mentality. Like I said, and I also have this, and I grew up a Lakers fan. I'm not a big giant Lakers fan with LeBron on the team. I kind of revolted against that a little bit.
Right.
But, I root for them and I pay attention to them and things to that. I don't root for them per se, but I pay attention to them and see what they're doing. I'm not going to, if they win a championship, I won't celebrate it, but I'll be like, oh, good for them. Childhood stuff there. But, there's just something about the Lakers being the ones that are complaining the loudest about it that just makes me chuckle. Because
they are
LeBron
actually.
And them are just they were the Thunder before the Thunder were the Thunder.
Yeah, but the Thunder are better at it now than the Lakers are.
That's why I kind of enjoy it a little bit. But I'm just tired of talking about every series until the Thunder win the championship. I'll put it this way: it makes it unwatchable. The Thunder are the best team in basketball.
Yeah,
I said this for years about the Spurs with Tim Duncan in them. They're the best team in basketball. They don't need to be doing all this. Tim Duncan fouling somebody and then just staring at the ref with those big old eyes. My eyes don't get that big. So those big old eyes and just staring. You don't need to be doing that garbage.
So I gave the guys last night, want to get your take on this, the number 2.5. 2.5.
Okay.
Do the Thunder lose more than 2.5 or win more than 2.5 throughout the playoffs?
They're undefeated right now, right?
Yeah. 2.5.
I could see the Spurs winning 2 against them. So
Eastern
the question
Conference.
would be, can the Eastern Conference get 1 victory?
Yeah, because if Luka doesn't come back at least 90%.
This series is over.
Yeah.
Even if Luka comes back, I'm sorry, this series. They might win 1.
Right.
But that's the question. Right? That would be if Luka comes back,
Yeah.
he could win 1. But they're not winning this series by any stretch of the imagination. So then the Spurs get 2. Can the Eastern Conference get 1? I think would be your bet there. And I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. But the teams remaining in the East, I'm not sure it can happen. I would probably go under on that.
It's kind of evenly split there at the table. But yeah,
And that's assuming
crazy?
the Spurs can get 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're the best team, and they play like this. This is what's infuriating to me. Teams that play like this are teams that are inferior, and they need that edge to beat a good team. Like I always say that. If you have to resort to trick plays and like in football, you're doing trick plays because you're not as good as the other team, and you have to surprise them to stay in the game and possibly win it. But the good teams don't have to be doing trick plays because you're good enough to just go out there and beat them. That's what drives me nuts about this. And the Thunder as well. So, but there we go, folks. Lakers, just disgusting yesterday what they did. Let's take a quick break here. Come on back. Keep it rolling through this first hour as well. Appreciate you joining us if you're here at TME Media AZ as well. Papa Mike says, Steven, bring him on for a show. He can sit next to Dale and talk basketball. The playoffs would be a great time for this. Meaning Kevin Ray. I don't have a relationship with Kevin Ray. Somebody else does.
You don't give me any leeway on inviting guests. I said, do you want Michael Irvin on? You said, absolutely not.
Hey, that never
You're not
happened.
a local athlete.
It's not even close to what happened. I'll just get Irvin's number from Carter. He's got it. No, I'm sure. He's probably held on to that. He's probably held on to that. Ain't nobody's business.
Yeah, go to break, Kobe.
Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here. Main event. Get some yogurt in there, and now granola's stuck in my teeth, Dale. Talk for a second, would you?
You put granola in your yogurt.
Oh my God, I love it.
Huh. Interesting.
Hey, you don't?
No.
Strawberries, blueberries.
I can deal with that, but the granola?
Really? Why not? What's wrong with granola?
For old people.
I'll eat granola straight out of the bag, man. Oh, love it.
You are.
What, healthy?
No.
I mean, you just look at me and say bastion of health, don't you?
Steve, can you please put out your workout program?
I have to keep it close to myself, man, because to look at this peak condition, man,
We haven't seen many workout videos lately. I guess you've been too busy, huh?
Yeah, I just haven't had time in the off season and
Yeah.
everything. I just haven't been able to get out there. The biggest problem is I've gotten out of shape, so it's hard for me to like throw all those 45 weights on the side. I get worn out just putting those up right now. Got to work up to it, Dale. Got to work up to it a little bit.
I think about that. So the strongest I ever got, I could bench press 365 pounds for 14 reps.
Was this in the pros?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I was early 30s.
Yeah. Ooh.
Was when I was my strongest.
That's kind of late too.
And I think you get a little bit stronger up until a certain point.
But what I'm getting at really quick is what I'm getting at on that is you have to prepare differently, right? Like your body, like you have to eat healthier and stuff like that at that age, or no?
Well, you do and you don't. But
Okay.
back in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah, you were smoking.
I mean, did you smoking cigarettes in the
Dale, go.
locker room? So I'll finish this one story, then I'll finish that. So I could do 365 for 14 reps. I go into the gym now, and I look at it.
Yeah.
I look over at the free weights.
Yeah.
I don't walk into the free weights, but I look over there. And, like, I don't know if I could put a 45 on each side and do one rep. I think my shoulders would rip out.
Well, that's the problem. Your shoulders.
I think something would get injured, and therefore I do not go over there.
Yeah, but at the same time, because I've done that before, where I've made the mistake of being like, I'll use 50-pound dumbbells. I used to be able to do those with ease, and I'll go over there and I'll grab them, and literally like picking them up off the thing, I'm like, oh dear God, and then you've committed, so then you got to walk off with them.
Oh no, I have no problem putting them right back where they came from. You look around real quick.
No, I just walk off with them and I put them down. And then I'll do like a rep with one of them, like do something with one of them, and then just let them sit there while I do some other stuff.
But the other thing you said was back in the 80s, and it's still something that is so embedded in my mind because this weekend is usually when the mini camps and things start, the weekend after the draft and all that. And so I get drafted. It was either Friday or Saturday. Following Friday, Thursday, I fly to Buffalo for minicamp.
Okay.
Get my locker, get my number, get all that stuff. And I'm looking at my locker, and there's this little gold thing that flips back and forth. And I'm going, I wonder what that is. Just getting everything situated. And after we're only there for like 3 days, and they fly you back. And it was also, I'm like, what is that gold thing? And then came back for training camp and all that. And that first preseason game, we come in at halftime, and there's literally like 10 dudes over in one corner of the locker room smoking cigarettes at halftime.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
You smoke cigarettes?
There's that famous
As an
picture
athlete?
of that Chiefs quarterback. He's got the beer and the
Len
cigarettes.
Dawson.
Yeah, on the bench
Yes.
at halftime.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a beer in his hand.
He's got that bottle on the floor.
Yeah, you don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys smoked in the locker room.
Yeah.
So that's freaking crazy.
So that was an ashtray, is what
Yeah,
you're trying to
it was
tell
an
me?
ashtray. By the way, they don't have those in locker rooms anymore.
That is so great.
Oh,
I know, I'm not kidding. I can see a guy like with his cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he's like, "All right, I'll do my 10 reps real quick."
Yeah,
It's just hanging out of his mouth.
crazy.
Different time, man.
Yep.
Different time.
So
as you look back
needless
on
to
it.
say, diet wasn't a real big thing back then.
Yeah, but in your 30s, that was like the 90s.
Yeah.
That's why I was just asking, because that was about when you started seeing people take care of my body better.
Yeah, taking care of themselves and all that. Yeah.
So that's why I was asking that question, kind of a deal. Because, for me to get to any like big weight now, I mean, I would have to like protein up and do all this stuff. Like probably some testosterone shots, even stuff like that. As a almost 50-year-old now,
Right.
To even get to that level. So it is funny how it works. Throw up the NBA playoff bracket for me, if you would, Kobe, and we'll wrap up the NBA here in this first hour. Lakers Thunders, obviously, 2-0 Oklahoma City. Appreciate the Lakers for participating. I hope they enjoy their offseason. Get Luka back healthy. Timberwolves Spurs go off tonight. This will be a fun series. Spurs blew out the Timberwolves in Game 2. I think you're going to see more of that. I think that Game 1 blip was the Timberwolves played as good as they possibly could with their injuries and everything. And the Spurs still almost won that game. So we'll see. Tonight will tell us kind of where that series is going to go. Pistons, Cavaliers, James Harden. Again, Dale. James Harden. More turnovers than points in the game last night. Again, for him. He is awful. He is terrible. He is costing the Cavaliers beyond belief. They keep throwing him out there. I don't know why. It's disgusting. James Harden's 102nd career playoff game last night. 36th time he's had 3 or fewer made field goals. That's 20% of his career playoff games. He's had 3 or fewer made field goals. It was the 46th time that he's had as many or more turnovers than made field goals. That's more than 25% of his career playoff games.
I don't think that's good, Steve.
Nah, I'm going to go with no, Dale. We don't do math here, but that does not sound good from a mathematical standpoint as well.
Wow.
Now, of the 36 times, you have to kind of caveat this here from what I understand. 16 of those 36 times came in his first 3 seasons. That's when he was coming off the bench at Oklahoma City.
Right.
But still, that's a big number there because that's still over half. Over half of those 36 are still after that when he was a starter, MVP candidate, stuff to that effect out there. Cavaliers. James Harden, hanging on for dear life, and somebody wants to pay him to be there, I guess. Knicks 76ers, I do believe that series is over. Joel Embiid's coming back down to earth. Missed last game, whether he plays or not. He's going to be injury prone for the rest of this series. I think Knicks are winning this one pretty easily as well. They tip it off tonight for them as well. So
you gave all your opinions. I know we're at the top of the hour. I would just say keep an eye on your Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. That game, too, I feel like such a dumb, stupid idiot for not betting Spurs in game 2.
Yeah.
Because that was tailor-made. Minnesota goes and squeaks out a close one on the road. All you want to do is split.
Yeah.
San Antonio's pissed.
Yeah, so you say that, but let me ask you this. So I'm a big fan of when guys get injured and big-name guys come back from injuries. Those are 2 scenarios where you'll see a team step up and outperform what you expect. And then after that game, then reality hits. I'm arguing game 2 was the reality hit, and game 3, 4, 5 is going to be what the Timberwolves are. Game 1 was we got Ant-Man back from injury, but we still have our other guy out. But we have Ant-Man back. Oh, here we go, baby! And they played as good as they could, and the Spurs still had a chance to win that, and they just missed the game-winning shot. That's what I'm arguing to you. Is reality. That was just an emotional shot of adrenaline in game 1. To duplicate that's going to be hard. I'm not saying they're not going to win another game in this series. They might stretch it to 6. But I think the Spurs you're going to see a Spurs domination coming up.
I think tonight it's going to be a really, really good basketball game. Yeah, that is tonight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because you know how hard it is to play in Minnesota. You know those fans, Steve. Loud, proud Minnesotans. You know what I'm saying.
And they're going, eh? Oh, let's go down to the pork chop place, after the game.
Chop
maybe
place.
Get a Molson Coors over there and have some fun playing some skeet ball. Hey, did you get the keys off your snowmobile out there? You didn't leave your keys out there, did you? Hey, we're Minnesota. Nobody's gonna take it, eh?
Pork chops.
I don't know what they eat.
I know. It's not pork chops. Some kind of cod.
Moose chops.
Some kind of cod.
They eat moose chops.
Whitefish. Fish sticks.
I love how you're just like, Minnesota fans are about to take a beating because the Wild are getting their butts kicked, and I think it's coming for the Timberwolves too. Like I said, they'll win another game. It's just a matter of, are they going to win it down 3-1, or are they going to keep it a series until the Spurs win the 2? To go on is kind of my question there. So why do you love Minnesota so much?
It's kind of nice to have still 2 teams playing in the playoffs, isn't it?
What do you mean? Oh, for Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
it'd be nice.
Is it better to be there and get your butt kicked, or is it better to not be there at all?
It's better to be there and have a chance, Stephen.
Go back, folks. Second hour main event coming up next.
We got golf this weekend too, Steve.
What?
We got golf this weekend too. Did you know that? One of the signature events.
Camera came back with me trying to hook up my
you
headphones there.
didn't look real good.
Sorry
there,
about that, everybody. You got to see my big biceps there.
So try to distract, and we got the Twist Championship.
Are people actually playing in it? This weekend?
it's a signature event, $20 million purse.
Yeah,
Steve.
well, a lot of people set out the last.
Yeah, interesting.
Who's leading that right now on this Friday?
The guy you put money on, Matt McCarty. How much you put down on him? 100?
I always put $100 on Matt McCarty.
Yeah.
He's going to come through for me one of these
He's going to win one of these times.
One of these times he's going to do it. He's going to come through for him. Problem is, I'm going to lose $100,000 just to win 40 grand. So in the time frame.
Yeah, McCarty's leading. Sung Jae Im. They got some big names in here. Justin Thomas is playing.
I saw Justin Thomas yesterday. I saw him out there a few times. He was playing really good.
He's 5 under. Yeah. So you got your boy Christopher Rattan. You know, that guy that you hang out with quite a bit.
Me and him, we're buds.
Yeah. Alex Fitzpatrick.
Oh, my buddy.
What a story. What a story.
Yeah.
You remember him?
I put it up 100% every time. No idea every time.
Alex Fitzpatrick is Matt Fitzpatrick's
brother. That's right. He just won his tour card.
Yeah, won his tour card. He finished in the top 15 last week.
Thanks to his brother.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, right?
Well, actually, it was a great Punch and Judy type effort by them because Matt wasn't playing well.
Yes.
He struggled a little bit. Alex was carrying him. Then Matt carried it. They did a nice job of ham and egging it. And, on 18, that
hit the putt to win it and get his tour card.
And after Matt hit about a 70-yard bunker shot to a foot.
Who would have been more upset at the PGA Pro for not getting his brother the tour card? The brother or the parents? You had one. You couldn't have carried your brother along. What the heck, man? What's wrong with you? That's right. That is a fun story. I forgot about that. Yeah. I already forgot about that. Yeah, he finished top 15 last week in that tournament up there in New York.
So he won a couple $100,000. Now he's top 10 this week, and just bumping along. And
watch him get better than his brother, and he's going to dominate the tour now.
All he needed was a break. I saw that Hellestrae, I can't pronounce his name. He was changing clubs. His ball was just off the green. He didn't know if he was going to putt or chip, and went and grabbed another club out of the bag and slipped out of his hand and knocked his ball about 5 yards away.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's a stroke. That's a penalty.
I don't know. You know what?
You don't get to replace it.
I think you do.
Do you?
If you don't have an intent to hit the ball,
because you didn't line up on it. You're right. You didn't line up on it.
I think you get to replace it. Not 100% sure. I didn't stick around for another 10 minutes to find out what the ruling was.
They probably had a long discussion over it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I saw your boy Max Homa got a break here also, speaking of him.
Last guy in the PGA next week.
Because of what? Because Phil is not playing in it.
Oh.
So Phil's not playing in it. He hasn't played all year. Family problems reportedly. So
I thought he had health problems too, or no?
Well, it's a family health problem, so we don't know what it is and things to that effect. But basically, he hasn't played in any tournaments this year, missed the Masters, pulled out of the PGA, and Max Homa's the guy that gets the spot on top of him. And he's got that Chipotle sponsorship that's kicking in again, so he's doing that burrito cover, that silver cover again. That's got to be good money for him.
Mm-hmm.
Last one in. Sometimes you need those breaks, just like the Fitzpatrick brother. Just give me a chance. Let me get in there. Robert says, normal people have no business bench pressing after 50. Kettlebells work great.
No, machines.
The weighted machines where you put the
thing down. You put the pin in there. And
is that just because of sturdiness?
Yeah, it takes some pressure off your joints, and you're not having to balance it and all that. And what I do now is whatever I'm doing it at, I know it's not enough for my size. So when I get done with my reps, I turn around and I put it about 10 plates lower so people go, wow, that guy's pretty strong.
I love that when I'll sit down at one of those every once in a while. When I used to go to EOS Fitness all the time with Autumn, and I'd sit down on there, and I'd go to do something, and I'd be like, what the heck? And I'd look down, and I'd be like, person before me was not doing this weight. There's no way there's nobody in the gym, this gym right now, doing that weight. Clowns.
Oh,
So it is funny how people do that as well. So from that, and then it's just fun times, right? Second hour main event, of course. Follow us, TME Media AZ on YouTube. Rumble.com/user/TME Media. Real Matrix coming out there today at noon as well. I forgot what this episode's about, Dale.
Really?
Completely, because cholesterol was last week.
Okay.
I'll have to look it up here. But that's coming out at noon today on the podcast systems and on Rumble as well. All of our programming's on Rumble also, including obviously the Real Matrix that's coming out today. Pit Stop, everything else is over on YouTube, TME Media AZ. You want to follow that, folks. You want to subscribe to it. Catch our live programming with MOB, McCollum on Business. Of course, the main event here. We're live there right now. Interact with us on there. Just catch the program, catch the replays on all the sites as well. This episode is nicotine and the sun.
Okay.
So nicotine and how it's not. I don't know if you guys are advocating it's good for you.
And his doctors say that it is.
Well, it's a natural thing.
Yes.
I think like anything, excess is the problem. Because like red meat's good for you.
Right.
But if you eat a steak every day, you're having a coronary at some point in your life. So I think that. But then the second half of the show is the sun. Speaking of the sun and us white people, pasty white people.
Supposedly the sunscreens that you put on have zinc and a lot of bad things for you, and then it gets caked into your skin.
Anything that absorbs into your skin, man, that can't be good for you.
Right.
It cannot be good for you in the long term. It can't be good for you there. But also, you know what else is not good for you? Skin cancer. So then it just comes down to what do you do?
Yeah.
Catch the Real Matrix. The Angry Patriot. Dale's on this episode as well. He points it out there, and Dale does a good job of, I'm going to say counteracting, right? But just kind of calling back there on some of the nonsense that can be said on that program sometimes.
He's the what's he called? The Angry Patriot?
Yes.
And he's the Angry Fan?
Yes.
And he's Angry Dave in real life?
Yes.
So you try and tone him down a little bit?
A fun episode, noon today on Rumble, of course, and the free podcast systems out there as well. Before we get into, I'll tell you what, let's do NFL first before we get into the college basketball stuff here, local. And that's just because Carson Beck spoke yesterday, some of the rookies spoke yesterday and stuff like that. But big news from the Cardinals yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Finally squashed the rumors of Aaron Rodgers coming to the Cardinals.
Oh.
They came out, reports are that they've told Jacoby Brissett he's going to be their starting quarterback for 2026. Why did it take so long? They did it when they let go of Kyler Murray. They backtracked on it through the draft process, and what are we, 3 weeks from the draft now?
Right.
And now they're finally committing Jacoby Brissett going forward. Look, he needs guaranteed money of being, quote-unquote, the starter. It doesn't mean you break the bank and go $25 million a year for him. But you go 10, 11. He's only guaranteed like $1.5 million this year. His backup has more guaranteed money.
Yeah, that's where the
Yes.
conniption happens.
Yes, and so just pop him up to 5, 6. Okay, 10, fine. If it needs to be 10, be 10. It's not going to hurt you. You have a ton of cap space. It's not going to hurt you to do it.
And by the way, it's not going to carry over into next year.
Exactly.
Where you have an excess.
So that at least that part is done. And then Carson Beck goes to the mics yesterday. I really like the way he speaks. I just got to be clear with you guys. Carson Beck in Georgia blew out his UCL in that one game, at halftime, and then he goes and transfers to Miami. Recovers from that injury, basically repairing that injury all season long. Didn't feel comfortable with it till the playoffs came. Gets him to the final game. He left the championship game, Dale. He left the field with the lead against Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is sharp. This kid can play. He's been in 2 systems now, so he's had that side. He's grown up a lot, if you know anything about his Georgia history days with some of his teammates and things. And to Miami, became a true leader at Miami as well. I like him a lot. How has college prepared him for the NFL? Well, you don't have to look at me here. Let's go to Carson Beck yesterday talking. Also, he also looks like he's about 50 years old because he's been in college forever.
What is he, 26, 25?
I want to say 25. We'll look that up as well here. But Carson Beck on how college prepared him. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think the experience obviously helps in a multitude of ways when it comes to being on the field, when it comes to, picking up a playbook faster. Having to learn the Miami playbook, I think, kind of prepared me for this a little bit. Obviously, Georgia was my kind of baseline knowledge. I was there for 5 years. I knew the playbook like the back of my hand. Obviously, I'm sure they've changed the lingo a little bit compared to what it was when I was there. But I mean, we could go back there and I could tell you every formation play, route concept, protection, even this point, 2 years out of it. So again, but the experience is nothing if there's no, application from the lessons that you've learned from the experiences. So again, if, I can continue to apply the lessons I've learned from those experiences, I think it can help in a multitude of ways.
He is 24.
He's actually, I think he's 23. There's controversy on that. But I don't think his birthday is till November.
Right. And he's 24 right now. He'll be
So in
25.
college he was 20. Okay, yes, okay. Because his birthday's late. So I know I know in the draft process there were some question marks on what his age was. There was what year when he was born. But I think his birthday is November, so yeah.
He doesn't have a birth certificate?
Make sure your head hurt, man. Make sure your head hurt.
Is he from the Dominican?
He's older than way. But Dale, you heard that answer? He sounds like a grizzled pro right there answering that question.
He sounds like a very mature guy. A little bit different than that Pavlia or whatever from...
That guy is as immature as it comes. That guy is as immature as it comes, man. But I like this. This is what I like about Carson Beck. Like, even leading up to the championship game. They were like, how's this doing this while staying in school? And he goes, I graduated a year ago. And everybody's like, wait, what? He goes, yeah, I haven't been going to school. I graduated a year ago. I'm just playing football right now. It's just,
I thought you still had to go to school, take a class or something.
The rules all changed, man.
Yeah.
I know. It was weird how it's all changed. But I like the way he speaks. Look at that. He's got a knowledge. And going from Georgia to Miami after an injury, a lot of people don't handle that stuff well.
No.
He looks like he obviously handled it well on the field. You could see that. But the way he speaks about it is just an amazing thing to me, and the way he handles that. But then, of course, you have that big injury where he got hurt in that game in Georgia, missed the second half of that big game in the playoffs, and they ended up losing that game. Transfers to Miami, and you don't come back from a UCL injury in like a month. It takes a long time to do it. So what about your arm? When did you feel comfortable about your arm? Here's Carson Beck talking about that injury and when he felt comfortable finally again.
I would say towards the end of the season and the playoffs, I mean, my arm felt great, but it only continues to get stronger. And now that I'm, a year and a half out of surgery, I mean, my arm is the strongest it's ever been. And I feel like I've been throwing the ball really well recently. And then obviously finally having an off season to train and work and lock in on, mechanics and just the fluidity of your motion and, pairing everything together and, making sure the mechanics are 100% and exactly what I want them to be. And again, I think that has also really helped. But again, my arm feels great. It has for a while now, but I think really being able to hone in and have an off season to train and focus on it compared to, the year before where I have the surgery, I'm rehabbing, I'm trying to learn a new offense. You're really not able to focus on, those kind of like small, minute details. I think that has really helped, being able to have this offseason.
There's a lot to be said there, Steve, the fact, because I've had to rehab in off seasons and things like that. And rather than getting stronger, faster, learning, you're trying to rehab whatever that injury is, and so that's going to set back your training regimen a month, 2 months, whatever, and you might not ever get to where you hope to be.
And not only that though, he switched teams with different offenses on top of it. Going from Georgia down there to Miami. So on top of it, he was able to make that adjustment. This kid is smart. He's going to come in here. He's going to learn the playbook. Here's the thing that Carson Beck that I like about him the most. His ball is thrown with accuracy, beyond belief. For a college kid, he puts balls where they need to be for his receivers to catch them. And he does it with insane accuracy. And you mean to tell me your arm is stronger than it's ever been? And now you're stepping up to an NFL level where those windows get a little bit tighter. That stuff gets a little bit tighter. He's already shown he can learn the playbook and get that with the move from Georgia to Miami. This is why I like him so much. He has shown that he can do this, at least at a college level. Now you got to step up to a level. And now you're telling me that your already accurate arm feels better and stronger than it ever has. Oh, dear God. Just throw it out there. Let's just go. Pay Jacoby Brissett starter money. Tell Jacoby Brissett he's the starter. Let's get to camp, baby. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Can't wait, Dale. This is going to be fun. Here's my second part to this. Isn't it sad that this is what I get most excited about as a Cardinals fan? There's nothing else to get excited about with this team.
You're not getting excited about the new left guard?
I'm looking forward. Jeremiah Love I'm excited about. But, I mean, we kind of hope what he's going to do. So I'm not going to get excited about that because we expect to see what we expect to see. Now will we see it? But how exciting is this? A third-string quarterback battling a grizzled pro here and winning that job. To me, that's excitement. Because what else do you get excited about with the Cardinals? Carson Beck will not start the season as the starter.
I think in an ideal situation, as I said, you start Jacoby Brissett for the first 5 games, and if you're 1-4, 0-5, maybe even 2-3, then you consider
if the offense isn't moving the way you'd like it to, and the offense isn't clicking the way you like it to, then you can make that move at that point. Because, like I said before, if you're going to win one game this year, why are you throwing Jacoby Brissett out there? Why? There's no reason to. Throw Carson Beck out there and see what he could do. Why are you going to throw Gardner Minshew out there if you're only going to win 1, 2, or 3 games?
Right.
No, throw Carson Beck out there. So you will see him out there. But, I mean, he just sounds like a grizzled vet there, and I just get excited. I was watching that press conference yesterday. The other thing, Kobe, is, and somebody pointed this out to me, and I hate this person for it. They were on Twitter. I saw it. I don't know who they are. They're just somebody out there. And I don't remember who it was. But they pointed something out to me yesterday that's going to drive me nuts for the rest of my life.
Uh-oh.
Kobe, throw up either one of those clips there for me, but just throw it up and just pause it for me. This is infuriating. Now that I've seen it, I'm never going to unsee it. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Beck one. One of those Beck ones there. Throw up the ones you just played. Doesn't matter which one for what I'm going to point out. Okay, you can just pause it there if you'd like. The Cardinals logo in the background there, right, goes to the right. That's the Cardinals logo on the helmets, everything else.
Yeah.
They do their logo backwards on their shirts, Dale. Look at that. What? Oh, my God, that drives me nuts. The whole time these clips are playing here, I am just staring at their shirt logo backwards.
No, you weren't.
It drives me nuts. Now that I've seen it on Twitter yesterday, I cannot stop staring at this. This is an annoying thing. They put their logo on backwards, Dale. And then it's on top of it. It's put right on the background. Oh, my gosh. This is unacceptable. Typical Cardinals franchise. Just getting our OCDs through the roof here.
Stephen McCollum.
Don't tell me. Don't look at that and tell me it doesn't bother you. Bothers me, man. Look at that. That's annoying. Sorry to use you as an example, Carson Beck. Still love you, buddy.
So what you're saying is, since you've seen it now, you can't unsee it.
I can't unsee it. I swear I wasn't even thinking about it, Dale. But the second that first clip went up, I saw it and I was like, That second clip, that's all I was staring at. Backwards logo on the shirts. Who does that?
Cardinals.
Probably every team.
Yeah. How do you do that with the star, Steve?
Yeah, that star's backwards. How can you tell? Robert says lower cap space does not mean less money for elevator shoes. I don't know what that means. He also says the Angry Patriot rants are always enjoyable, whether you agree or not. Yeah, you guys should have. I should put out the before this because we produced the John Holmberg Sports Empire podcast
with
With Dale Hellestrae, I think he's the Angry Patriot on there. Even.
Angry fan.
Angry fan on there. I don't even know what his name is anymore on that show. We produced that. I should put out what you guys talk about beforehand with angry fans. You know, the subjects that you guys are going to talk about on that show that you talk about beforehand, because that is entertainment, folks.
Well, yesterday he was in rare form.
That's what I mean. It was, I guess, I look at Kobe and I'm like, good thing we're not on air right now.
I looked at him and said, "Hey, Dave, have you cleaned out your ears lately? Are you deaf? Do you hear yourself?"
So the Holmberg podcast, they're out there. I don't know if he settled down. I didn't get to listen to the pod because I went and picked up lunch yesterday for me and Kobe. So I didn't get to listen to it while they were recording it. Oh, we got pizza yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, nice, yeah.
Because you guys screwed up our schedule this week and came in yesterday, so we had to.
We did. Have to admit it. We apologized profusely.
Yeah,
you kind of scoffed at us. Kobe was nice enough to say no problem.
At least next week you gave me a warning that you're going to screw up my schedule. Also, Robert says, this is the only time of year Cards fans get excited. That ends in September. Yeah, there's not a lot to look forward to in this season.
No.
I mean, seeing how Jeremiah Love, but if Jeremiah Love has a great rookie season and you still win 3 games, who cares? So I'm not going to get excited about that.
Yeah, you will. You'll come in there on Mondays dissecting his 40.
But that's because they would have lost.
His 14-yard run.
We need to find 98-yard run.
He made four guys miss.
I'm going to keep thinking he's Dortch for the first half of the season. I'll be like, go Dortch! And somebody's going to go, that's not Dortch. Because they're wearing number 4. That's what I'm talking about there. All right, you got it. I don't have to. If you have to explain the joke, it ain't good enough out there. Don't forget, pit stops up right now for the week. We got truck racing here this afternoon. 1:30 truck race coming up here from Watkins Glen, O'Reilly this weekend. Cup Series, IndyCar
Hold on.
on the Grand Prix.
Where's Watkins Glen?
New York, Dale. Come on. You've never been to Watkins Glen, New York? Road course as well. So that's up there, pit stop. Catch that either on YouTube, TME Media AZ, or over there on Rumble, rumble.com/user/TME Media. Real Matrix at noon as well. Catch those rants out there, folks. And I was actually watching this episode the other day when it was up. We scheduled it, did all that stuff, and just had it playing there in the background. An entertaining one, actually. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Really entertaining. This isn't me hyping up a show. Because we produced
No, because you very easily tell him when he sucks. You're not.
Well, he's the one that, for that cholesterol episode last week, that was the episode where I walked in the room and he goes, you should probably watch this show, Steve, because you need to learn something about cholesterol. And I go, believe it or not, I don't eat that unhealthy. And he goes, doesn't look like it.
And I love when he casts aspersions from his perfect body.
So I didn't watch the cholesterol episode because I was revolting against that.
Yeah,
one.
you were. You're showing him, huh?
Throw up the NHL playoff bracket for me, Kobe, if you will. We'll hit this up before we go to break and then talk. Randy Bennett finally meeting the media yesterday. There's a big crowd there as well. Colorado's up 2-0 still. Obviously, they haven't played again. Only one game last night on the schedule, and that was Carolina-Philadelphia. And Carolina, well, 3-0. I told you guys this was going to be a blowout series. Can Philly win one, or does Carolina stay undefeated in the playoffs? 7-0 so far in the playoffs for Carolina as well. Now, I find it interesting because Carolina, obviously it's Carolina and Colorado, in my opinion. They're destined to meet the final here, to get to the final. And it's going to be a fun series to come up here. I don't think Carolina getting a lot of love out there, probably because their division wasn't very great this year as well. But they're dominating that series. They're going to have some time to sit at home because Buffalo, Montreal only has played one game so far, Dale. And their series is about to be wrapped up. Carolina could be sitting at home for a long time because Carolina plays tomorrow against Philadelphia. If they wrap that series up, Montreal Buffalo plays game 2 tonight.
Right.
If they wrap that series up tomorrow, they're going to be home for a long time, which is going to be interesting. Because I do think Buffalo, Montreal, although I don't think they'll beat Carolina, I do think they will make that series very interesting. Tonight you have Montreal Buffalo, game 2. And then the Knights in Anaheim in their game 3 here. Obviously, they're tied 1-1 as well. Tomorrow, you have Carolina, Philly. And then you have Colorado, Minnesota as the nightcapper. Minnesota better find a way to win. If they go down 3-0, obviously that's going to be a quick series as well from that side. So I've told you all along, if you're going to watch a series, and then Sunday, by the way, Mother's Day, sit down with dear old mother or your wife or whoever you're going to celebrate Mother's Day with. And you can catch Buffalo, Montreal, 4 p.m. our time on Sunday. That series will be either 2-1, 2-0, or 1-1. And then you can watch the nightcap, Knights and Anaheim Ducks. That series will be either 2-1 or, well, be 2-1. It's a matter of which side it'll be on. Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. For that game. What I'm saying is, you can sit down with dear old mother or whoever you're celebrating Mother's Day with and catch the 2 fun series in this round on Sunday, Dale.
Are you having your mom over for Mother's Day?
No. I just learned it was Mother's Day yesterday.
You got 2 days.
Okay.
Go get some American Wagyu steaks, throw them on the grill, take care of Mom.
Maybe I'll go over there.
Plug your car in?
My mom doesn't like to drive. I can stop on my way to the Rattlers game.
You mean your dad can't drive her to your house?
He could.
Crying out loud?
He could. I could stop on the way to the Rattlers game and then just take off and go. It's a 4 o'clock start for that game, I think. So stop there on the way.
Get some pick up some pizza. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Are you gonna get her a
Mom,
card?
meatloaf.
Are you gonna get her a card? Flowers?
Yeah. Dale, do you want me to announce it? What if somebody's watching right now?
Your mom.
My daughter
watch.
makes those forever flowers. She's got a burgeoning flower business where she makes them out of ribbons and stuff. They're forever things.
I saw Autumn got some really cool stuff for Teacher Appreciation Day.
Yeah. She ain't my teacher. She can get something from me. That flower, that's a metal welded flower.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool too.
Yeah.
But that's what Ireland does. So she's making some flowers for my mom. That's what we're gonna give her.
You paying her?
I pay for the materials.
Are you paying her for her time?
Dude, my daughter
To make you
my
look
daughter
good.
my daughter makes a lot of money being my daughter. Let's just put it that way. Don't have to worry about that, Dale. So this weekend's gonna be a fun hockey weekend, Dale.
Yeah.
As well.
So is it just a collision path between the Avalanche and Carolina?
I think so. I think it's going to be fun. I think Colorado's going to win it all.
Yeah.
Colorado to me are the Thunder. They're just a step above everybody else.
Right.
But with hockey, there's some things that can happen.
Oh yeah.
You all of a sudden are sitting at home for a week. You can lose your edge a little bit. Your
No doubt.
goaltender can lose his edge a little bit in that scenario. Game time is different. So you could get upset there. An injury could happen. God forbid, you don't want to see that. But an injury can happen as well. Like if Colorado loses McKinnon or somebody, or gets dinged enough that they can't play at the top level they are, you're going to be seriously influenced.
Right.
But I think the Colorado's like the Thunder this year. Just they're on this collision course to just hoisting the trophy up.
Well, and
coming
the
up.
thing that I found out about hockey is the fact that if your goaltender goes on a hot streak,
Absolutely. Jonathan Quick of the Kings, they were an 8 seed.
yeah,
When he was, I think he was a rookie that year. Might have been second year. They were an 8 seed, not expected to win anything. Jonathan Quick got hot, and they won the trophy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you're right. You hear all these people, they talk about really whether it's baseball or hockey. You take a week off.
Yeah.
And yes, you can practice and you can scrimmage and you can condition,
You lose that
but it's
edge.
not the same.
The other side of it is with the Avalanche, what makes them so great is, look, they gave up a ton of goals in Game 1 against Minnesota, but they can score a ton of goals on top of it. They scored 14 goals in the first 2 games, the most since like the 1970s or something ridiculous like that. So the difference with Colorado is they can give up goals and they can still beat you by scoring more. That's unusual in hockey to happen.
Right.
That's why I favor Colorado over Carolina from that side as well. But that Buffalo series, man, Montreal's probably a year ahead, of their schedule. They were scheduled to try to make the playoffs, kind of like the Mammoth, right? Where, hey, we're here. They made it to this round. Buffalo's another young team. So they bring some excitement there. You would definitely want to check that out. I saw a stat of the 97 playoff, I think it's 97. Don't quote me on the exact numbers, but it's something like Rod Brendamore, who's the coach of the Carolina. He was a hockey player. Of the Carolina's 97 playoff games, he has personally been involved in, either as a player or coach, in something like 95 of them. That is quite the stat.
Yeah.
to be involved with that as well. So when we come back, let's get into it. Bennett, and then some Diamondback talk, Dale, your favorites. You thought we were going to get out of here without talking? You're losers.
I will hand them over to you. They are your Diamondbacks.
And Torey Lovello needs to bring all of his hitters in to the room and have a conversation with them at the same time.
How about just the top 3 or 4?
You mean your leaders of your team that should be stepping up? Come on back, main event. Robert chimes in and says, funny that Steve thinks that Autumn's not his teacher, too. No, I just like to bury my head in the sand and pretend that that's not the case, Robert. That's all. That's all that is.
But you could still celebrate with her. She's a great teacher.
As far as I know, she's going to the Rattlers game with me. She works out with me, so I'll see her there. I'll buy her. I think the Rattlers are giving away T-shirts. We'll get there early enough that we can get T-shirts.
You buy her a water and a pretzel.
Yeah, that ain't
Happy Mother's Day.
That ain't cheap, man. That ain't cheap, Dale.
Wow.
Come on. Let's be real about it. Especially in Glendale, at Desert Diamond Arena.
Really?
They're proud of their stuff.
It's just expensive there, huh?
They're very proud of their stuff. And it's all generic food places, too, in there. Geez. But, hey, Randy Bennett gets out there.
Yeah.
Does his press conference finally. And I think 2 things. I was watching social media as it was going on and things because it was the middle of the day yesterday before the Diamondbacks game. And I'm watching it, and my 2 things struck me from people. One, I wasn't surprised by, and that was people talking about the way he looks. And we talked about it already. With that gold shirt on, he did look like just this old, small, tiny, shriveled old man at times yesterday.
Okay.
He's really not that way. I'm telling you, it was a byproduct of his shirt and the lighting in certain times on that. But a lot of people were commenting on that. Oh, we should have gone the Dillingham way. He's not a long-term hire, etc. And the other thing that I was looking for that I didn't really see is he's a very, very smart man. His coaching staff is very, very smart people as well. They are energetic. They do relate to kids in this day and age. But also, the thing about it is he's very well spoken when he talks about it. He can break down basketball to where he's not talking over your head as well. I didn't see a lot of people commenting on that side, but watching him talk with all of his, I saw a bunch of his scrum stuff, where after his press conference, after his main one, he goes and meets with people separately. I saw a bunch of his assistant coaches he's brought in. And it just struck me as somebody, we basically, sorry, Bobby Hurley for saying it, but we're going from a man-child to a full-grown professional basketball coach. What that means for players in this day and age, I don't know.
Right.
But I'm excited about it. And to me, it was painfully obvious that that's what we've upgraded to at this point. And I like it. I like that style. Because I like Kenny Dillingham, but Kenny Dillingham doesn't act like a man-child like Bobby Hurley did. Dillingham gets excited and stuff, but he also keeps it professional, right? So we're not going to get the rah-rah with Randy Bennett, though, and I wonder how that's going to play out, especially, if you don't win early. I wonder how that's going to play out with the fan base as it goes on, kind of a deal. So, want a couple of clips here, Dale?
I would like to see him.
Let's start off with, this is an interesting one. He was asked about the transfer portal, since being here. He was asked specifically about Diop, who, of course, has left now, and he went, Gonzaga, I think is where he signed? He went someplace else. I forget where. He was asked about the transfer portal and specifically him and what he's dealt with here and how it's changed the landscape. Let's get into it here. Bennett on Diop and the transfer portal.
They sorted themselves out for the most part. Whether it was they wanted an amount of money that we didn't think we could or should do. And then we didn't even know about VJ until about 2 weeks later. He was on vacation, so he came strolling in at last second. And anyhow, we were excited about that. We just didn't know. So yes, we had conversations, tried to get to know him, but it was moving so fast that eventually it was Bryce and VJ. Those are the guys who want to be here, and we thought they're good enough to be part of what we're doing. I mean, we're trying to win the league, so we're trying to get good players. So, yes, we did, and we tried to touch base with them. Diop was just, his number was too high. So, anyhow.
He is going to Gonzaga.
It is Gonzaga. I was pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
How many times you hear a coach just flat out say his number was too high? We weren't willing to pay
I
him.
don't know if I've heard, they usually beat around the bush a little bit.
They insinuated.
Yeah.
He flat out said it.
Yeah.
Now, and a lot of people took it as ASU doesn't have NIL money, and I have a Rossini quote coming up in a bit. I don't think it's that ASU didn't have the money with him. I think his number wasn't worth it to ASU.
Right. Right. And
I think that was more of it.
He did say we couldn't afford it. He didn't say, hey, it's not something we could have come up with. It was, we thought it was too high.
Yeah, and they got a better guy to replace him, the number 9 guy in the transfer portal, on top of it. So they did improve that position as well. But I did see a lot of people be like, ASU not affording stuff, cheapskates, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's the case here. I think they were like, for what he did last year as a freshman, and I'll say this, he went from Arizona State in the Big 12 to Gonzaga, who's going Pac-12 this year. He took a step backwards to make the money that he wanted to make on top of that. So I kind of question those moves for kids also. Now, Gonzaga's a good school. You're going to get noticed there as well. Don't forget, Randy Bennett went 589 to 228 losses. He wanted a 721 clip there in 25 years at St. Mary's. And when he got to St. Mary's, it sucked. Now you can kind of correlate this. Dale, did you see what I was talking about? I chose that clip from Sun Devil's source instead of doing it directly from the feed from ASU. You see how the lighting and stuff? Randy Bennett looks like an old man there in that clip there.
That's where your wife says wear maroon.
Yes, I agree with you. But that just, ASU's not doing any favors here. And he had just shaved his head, so it was extra shiny, and stuff. It's like, man, throw some powder on that with those bright lights on you, Tiger, type of a thing. But St. Mary's sucked when he was there. Now, the difference is he was a lot younger 25 years ago. I'm going to go with, let me do some math here. He was about 25 years younger than he is now 25 years ago when he started at St. Mary's. God, I hope I got that right there. I use fingers.
Wow.
So he's a lot older as well in kind of a deal out of it. Now, why did he come to ASU? Now, this question was proposed around. I brought this up when he was rumored to come here. And people were like, you're not getting Randy Bennett. He's been offered jobs before, never wanted to leave West St. Mary's. And I was one of the people that said, yeah, but Gonzaga's leaving that division. You're going to lose some high-powered eyeballs in that division, the WCC, with Gonzaga leaving. That's something that could push you out the door. He was asked that question, why he'd come to ASU. Randy Bennett talks about it.
It's a great question. It is a great question because it was a factor. And I think is a factor for some of our players that left there as well. Is Gonzaga was the flagship program of that league and has been for 25 years. And recently we've been we won the league the last 4 years. They've tied with us for 2. So I kind of felt like, man, I don't know how much more we can do. And with Gonzaga leaving, it's going to be harder to do, not easier to do. And you're not going to get quad 1 games, which you, in a league like the WCC, you have to get those games. And you have to get some in the league. And we're going to lose 2 of those every year. So it was a factor, but the biggest factor was ASU. I wanted to be here, my dream job. I thought, I still do. I think you can win championships here.
Not exactly Rip snorting, jumping up and down, hooping, hollering, winning a press conference kind of thing. Pretty much matter of fact.
Yeah, that's the way he is.
Yeah. I just was reading. He still hasn't signed his contract.
Yeah, he hasn't.
I think if I'm in the damn hospital for 2 weeks, I'm getting that contract signed.
No, they've agreed to it and everything. That happens more in sports than you know it does, and it doesn't mean it's not valid. Like if a lawsuit came out of this, it's still valid because you've already accepted the job, you're already working, and things to that effect. I don't know why people don't sign it though.
Right.
It baffles me. I don't get it. Like they're literally together. Doesn't Rossini go, "Hey, buddy"?
Yeah.
Before we walk out here,
let's get this thing signed. Why don't you get hit by a car tomorrow?
But that's the thing. There's something out there where it's got to be still valid. Like it would still be enforceable, even though he didn't sign it. But I agree with you. It's like, just sign it. Why not sign it? What's weird about that? It is interesting. So that's Bennett. Those are the 2 big things I took away from him yesterday. It's going to be, and I get the criticism by some of the people. He's older. He's more surly. You saw that with his answers. He's just more stoic than what we're used to here. Not just because he's replacing Bobby Hurley, but because of what else you have here with Molly Miller and Kenny Dillingham. He is not them.
No.
He will not be them. So this is, to me, it's going to be fascinating. I'll tell you this. He's going to win the games he's supposed to win, which is what Bobby Hurley struggled to do. I have a feeling, even at the end of his tenure here, even if it's 4 or 5 years and he has to retire or do whatever and move on, we're going to look back at his time frame here, that he was able to push this team. Maybe not to compete with the Arizonas and the Houstons and those big-time schools, Kansas is, and things to that effect, but he's going to beat the teams he's supposed to beat, and he's going to get kids here and the right kids here in his system. I think we're going to be done with I got all these 4 stars and 5 stars and then have them be the wrong people and not work with the coaching staff. I think those days are gone here for us.
And again, you can, if you have the right mix of people, I think back, and it wasn't that long ago. There's still some NIL going on, not as rampant as it is now, but Villanova used to keep guys for 3 and 4 years, and then they go on an NBA career.
I've said along. I said this about Kenny Dillingham after his first year. I said Kenny Dillingham, but then they exploded in the second year, and you put it aside. Bennett should even be in this situation of, hey, come to Arizona State. You want to go to Kansas? Yeah, you'll make $2 million at Kansas this year, but then you'll be transferring next year to a lower level school because you're not going to get any playing time. Come here. This is what our NFL package is. Come here, dominate here, then go to Kansas and make your $2, $3, $4 million a year. That should be your selling point when you're starting out from this perspective. Sell it as you go there. Yeah, you'll make $1 million a year over there. Absolutely. But you're not going to play it all. And you're going to be transferring to a school like me anyway.
Right.
Come here first, dominate here. You're going to get paid here as well. And then go. And I'll put you on the plane myself to Kansas to make your $6 million a year or whatever. That should be your selling point, I think, for these kids to get them now. Then as you get better, obviously that goes by the wayside. Like Dillingham couldn't do that after the year 2 scenario. Now you're just expected to get those big guys. But I don't know. I'm excited about this. I'm not expecting. You heard him say he can win championships here. Not even I, an ardent ASU guy, thinks that's possible. But can you make the proper steps to be better than middling in your league?
Goal right now, I think, is to be top half of the Big 12 here in short order, whether that's this coming year or the next year, and then try to build on that.
Yes.
And it's just like with ASU. When they exploded on it in football, now all of a sudden recruiting becomes easier.
Yes, people want to come
all of a
to your
sudden you
school.
win a tournament game, and people go, well, there's 2 schools in Arizona.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, Arizona doesn't want me? Fine, I'll go to Arizona State.
Yeah.
And we'll play there. Or I don't fit with Arizona, but I probably fit with the Arizona State thing. And I'll say this as well. I don't know how much play they're going to get. Everything I'm seeing and reading and seeing with some interviews yesterday with the assistant coaches, dare I say this, not that something bad's going to happen to Randy, but if something happens where Randy Bennett's not our coach here, he's not a long-term answer because of his age or whatever, the assistant coaching staff he's bringing in here is top-notch. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun to watch here for Arizona State. Now, you heard him say Diop was his price was too high. I told you my interpretation of that was simply, it wasn't that they couldn't hit his number. It's that they didn't want to hit his number because they saw him. Weren't sure how he was going to fit into the system. Randy Bennett has the same agency as Diop, by the way. So he has an in with them in his group and stuff like that. So in a Diop, my opinion on that is, all right, he's in it for the money. You heard him say it. We want guys that want to be here.
Yes.
What does Kenny Dillingham say? Hey, you want to go make $4 million? Well, go make $4 million elsewhere.
Right.
Sam Levitt. We're going to be here, and we're going to get kids that want to be here to make money and move forwards type of stuff. That's how I took that. Then Rossini got with a couple people as well on a little scrum. He talked about the NIL and kind of where ASU's position is on the NIL as well. So here's Rossini yesterday as well.
Yeah, I mean, NIL's here, and we're going to be competitive in that space. So we've maxed out full participant in rev share. We've added 200 scholarships as a department. We're leveling up in our investment in our programs, particularly football and basketball, as the ones that carry so much attention and so much revenue upside for us. And NIL is a part of that conversation. So we've been building that infrastructure. The members of the Sun Angel Collective are here. A number of our corporate partners are here that are finding value and investing in our student athletes and using this platform to promote their business. And again, for us in a metropolitan area like Phoenix, that's a great advantage for us as we continue to build out the infrastructure. So do we live at the top end of that? No. Is that going to be our playbook? No. We feel like we've got a number of attributes to recruit athletes to ASU and not just lead with the financial outcome. Lead about the student athlete experience, lean into the education, lean into the place to live, lean into the network that you get by becoming a Sun Devil, playing that long game. And there's examples starting to bear some fruit. Jordan Tyson would be at the top of that list of somebody that could have left and didn't. Saw the value in the elite coaches that he was a part of, saw the value in being part of this community, saw the value in becoming a legend in the program. You're seeing that in softball. Mackenzie Brown, top 15 pick in softball, could have left and didn't. Valued her teammates, valued her environment, valued her coaching staff, and now is a high pick in the softball draft. I think we'll have the same outcome coming up here in baseball next month with Cole Carlone, who is stuck with the development program, learned from great coaches, is projected to be a first-round pick, and so you're starting to see these examples of young athletes that are getting the benefit of the ASU network. And NIL is a part of it. That's going to continue to be a part of it. We're going to continue to generate those resources and find those solutions. But we're excited to sell more than just NIL at this particular moment in time.
Well, that's a lot of word salad. Is there a softball draft?
Yeah, I wonder that too. What is it? I know there's a softball league coming. I didn't know that.
Professional.
Yeah, there's one coming.
Huh.
But I mean, as a word salad, you're right. But kind of what I've been leading you guys to here, right? Is ASU, yes, they have NIL money. But ASU's kind of taking the stance of you're coming here because you want coaching, right? Hines Ward. Receivers are coming to Arizona State's football program because Hines Ward is their coach.
Can we become
everything else is secondary?
Can we become Ohio State Southwest?
You're coming here. ASU is positioning themselves of we're going to give you your best coaching staff. Randy Bennett has a top tier coaching staff with him. You're coming here to be with this coaching staff who's going to get you to be a high draft pick if you come here and perform and get in this system and stick around. You will be paid, but you're not going to be paid. You want to go make your $4 million and that's what you care about? By all means, go do it. Go to Kansas. Go to Kentucky, who had the biggest roster payment on the planet last year, and then not win anything. And go do it your own personal thing. This is the way ASU is taking a niche out of this NIL a little bit, by saying you're coming here because our coaches are going to make you better. Our coaches are going to do this side. And he just named all the sports there, right? And what you can do with it. I think it's a brilliant model that ASU is going after. You're not going to keep everybody. There's going to be people like Sam Levitt that want to make money and that's all they care about. That's fine. Lose those guys. They shouldn't be here in the first place. But you can gain success from the guys that want to be here. They're going to play harder for you than those guys that just want to come in here, make their money, and then transfer out again. I like the way ASU's model is here. Now, is it a winning model? We'll have to see, right? Early signs say yes, Dale. Early signs say it can be a winning model. But it is fascinating to watch how this is playing out. I don't see – if there's another school doing it, I don't follow every school in Division I. Let's be clear about that. So I'm not going to say there's not another school doing it, but in terms of big-time schools – nobody else is doing it like this. They're focusing on, we need this much money for this guy to come here.
And again, there's only a certain amount of schools in the country who can do that. That's a limited amount of schools who can just say, hey, we need $10 million for this guy. We need $5 million for this guy.
And some oil guy at Texas Tech goes, oh, only $10 million? I can make that. I'll make that back up tomorrow.
Now the oil's flowing again.
Yeah. Have you seen oil prices? I can pay $10. You want $20 million? Here you go. Look, and so ASU has to play this fine line of we need to compete in this space. But I like the other side of it. That I would take a kid that maybe has a little bit less talent, but sees the value of the coaching staff and everything to come here for a little bit less. He's going to get paid handsomely, enough for a college kid, more than enough, and set him up for the future if he doesn't go pro. I'll take that kid every day over the Pattersons at Kentucky or Kansas, right? The all guy that's going to be a first-round draft pick, first top 5 draft pick or whatever, and doesn't want to play basketball.
Yeah, wants to protect himself.
I will completely want those types of players. And you could do something with them. Are you going to win championships? I'm not necessarily sure on that, but can you make runs? Can you pop your head up and stuff? Absolutely. Have special years out there. So I like what they're doing, but there's Randy Bennett for y'all out there as well. And Dale, we'll wrap up this show here today. You got the Mets coming into town. I'll say this, the way the Diamondbacks are playing right now, if they don't win this series against the Mets, you're going to see a fan mutiny against this coaching staff. This is the series that if you don't win it, with the way you've been playing, Torey Lovullo's hot seat, at least in the eyes of the fans, is going to be burning.
Well, that's the thing. You would not think with the Mets coming in, if the Diamondbacks just kept plugging away, winning series, not winning streaks, winning series and things like that, then you're excited for the Mets to come into town. Because you're like, hey, maybe a chance to get all 3.
Yes.
And now you're going to this weekend going, is this the weekend the Mets?
Yeah, is it their get right series? Yeah, they're going to go on this big tear now and win their division after this series.
Hey, we went out and played the Diamondbacks, and guess what? We won 3 in a row. And
making you laugh again, Dale. You're going to see fan outrage against Torey Lovullo starting this weekend if they do not win this series. Here's the thing that is just these numbers. The Diamondbacks just lost this Pirates series. None of their starters went less than 6 innings. No bullpen arm gave up a single run in this Pirates series, and you lost the series overall. The bullpen versus Pittsburgh, they obviously had the 0 ERA. 7 2/3 inning pitch, gave up 1 hit, Dale, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts as well. And you still lost the series on top of it.
Yeah.
Now it's come to the offensive side. Now the Pulse. This is what kind of is amazing to me, because it's easy to excuse the Paul Skeens outing of,
Right.
well, that's why you didn't hit. It's Paul Skeens, but it's bigger than that. That strategy that they employ to try to hit Paul Skeens when you're not hitting, and it's just we're in that phase right now. Now he solved the starting pitching at least through that Pirates series. He did. He solved it. How do you solve the hitting issues that you have? I'm just telling you guys, you're gonna be watching over the weekend if the Diamondbacks lose 2 out of 3 of these games. The fan base, and we don't need our sweet, sweet mothers throwing F-bombs at Toy Lavello at the stadium on Sunday when they lose the series on Sunday. We don't need that. We don't need our moms all upset leaving because they lose the series to the Mets. Come on, Diamondbacks, let's go. Wake up.
Well, how about Perdomo getting above 250?
My mom scares me when she's throwing around the F-bombs at Tori. She just scares me. I don't want to see that.
How about Marte getting above 210? How about Corbin Carroll had 2 hits last night, which got his batting average up to 264.
Maybe that's the catalyst Corbin Carroll needs.
Yeah.
But Marte and Perdomo, just terrible. Just absolutely terrible at the plate. And Marte's getting worse. Yeah, Marte's hitting the ball hard, though. It's just going to their players. Okay. They're still out. But did anybody see Marte's against Skeens? He took his helmet off at one point and was like, whoa. This is the series that is going to turn the fan base on this season or not. I'm just telling you guys. It's frustrating. And then it's at home on top of it. I don't know how you solve hitting, but when your stars aren't hitting, man, and Corbin maybe wakes up today. It wakes up after yesterday. But what tells you Marte or Perdomo? I've told you this before. When Diamondbacks players go into slumps, they go into big slumps. And Tori's been more vocal, been agitated, been more whatever, pressing a little bit more this year than normal, but it's not helping with Perdomo and Marte. They're not reacting to it.
And those top 3 guys have got to be hitting the ball. And you can't be hitting 209 if you're considered a top 3 second baseman in the league.
And I'll even go a step farther. When your team is scuffling, that's when you are supposed to hit. If you catch my drift, right?
Yeah.
Like, you hand the ball to your ace after a 3-game losing streak, and you go, our ace is on the mound. He's going to fix this. He's going to win today, and then we're back to normal again.
Yeah, remember those days?
That's how it's supposed to work, right? You sit there and go, man, our hitters haven't been hitting at all. All right, Marte, knock this one to the moon, buddy. Get us started here today. And instead, out. 3 strike out, 3 ball out, 4 pitchers, and he's sitting on the bench again, type of stuff. I don't know what he needs to do to get. I'm going to argue to you guys, he can't get. Perdomo, you can get to. To me, Marte, you can't get to Marte, which is my problem with Marte. You need to be focusing on Perdomo and getting him and Corbin Carroll, getting them to wake up, because I just don't think Marte's going to listen to anything you have to say. What's he going to do? Trade me. I don't care.
So that's the way you're going to send us into the weekend, Steve.
No, I'm going to send you to the weekend with the Diamondbacks are going. Seawald had a good game yesterday. I just want to point that out. Diamondbacks are going to win this series against the Mets and quiet down the fan base that are going to explode this weekend. We don't need to see our mom standing up and going, F you, Tori.
Your mom literally said that.
Oh, my mom says it every day. Tired of hearing it, Tori. No. My mom doesn't even know who the Diamondbacks are. No, Dale, I'm trying to bring some positivity here. You got to wake up.
Make sure that you celebrate with your moms out there. You don't know how long they're going to be around.
Well, that is 100% correct from that side. Dale, I'll be there. I'll be there, man. I'll be there.
Just think, you can go on the way to the Rattler
That's what
game.
I'm saying.
You can kill two birds with one stone.
Yes.
You can charge your car.
Two things I don't want to do on Sunday.
Charge your car and
So go to the Rattlers
celebrate
game.
with your mom.
Yeah, I know. When I said that, I was like, I didn't make that sound right.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't make that sound right.
Should be an exciting game on Sunday. I mean, atmosphere. Post-game news conference.
Well, that might be exciting.
I want fireworks, Steve. I want you to ask the same kind of question that Toronto reporter asked.
So I was reading some articles about you, Kevin Guy, and this guy calls you pompous. These guys call you a-hole.
This guy's calling you arrogant.
Exactly. You're arrogant. You think you run the league and everything. Your thoughts on that?
Well, what's the last championship you won, Kevin?
Well, it'll go 2 years ago. Excuse me. Robert says, tonight will be tough. McLean is pretty close to Skeen's level. That's the thing. The Mets do have power.
Yeah.
You can lose this series. Like, you look at the Mets and you go, they're awful. We should beat them. They can pick their heads up and beat you with their talent.
No doubt about
from
it.
that. So you got to be – this isn't a walk into and win series with the way the Diamondbacks have been playing. And then he said, didn't we just know this would happen with Marte after he became a 10-5 guy? And that's a better way of – I'm trying to not be as negative on this as I want. I don't think Lovello or anybody's going to get to Marte to fix him. He's going to fix himself when he wants to. And that's part of the reason why. He's untouchable now. Being a 10-5 guy. He can say where he wants to go and what he wants to do. And let's just face it, you're not benching Marte because he's a top 2 second baseman in the league. What does that do for everything else is kind of what you have to look at going forward and everything. So you need to get Perdomo. Corbin Carroll, hopefully he wakes up now. Gurriel needs to. Like, I heard people go, I'm okay if you trade him. Who's trading for him? Coming off this injury. Who? Who's going to go, we'll take that guy and give you another major leaguer? Who?
All right.
Get out of here, Dale. Have fun this weekend.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Autumn, I hope you have a fantastic Sunday.
I think she's hanging some of it with me.
Don't go with Steve to the Rattler game. Celebrate.
He works it with me. I pay her to work
Are
with.
you paying her double time?
Mother's Day double time?
Yes. Take her a nice dinner out.
Too
Candlelit.
late. Too late after.
It'd be 7 o'clock.
Not by the time the press
Candlelight
conference
dinner,
and stuff.
Steve.
That'll be 8. It'll be too late. Replacement reps aren't around anymore, Dale. NFL signing that deal. No replacement refs.
Bummer.
I wanted that chaos to happen. We'll be back on Monday, folks. Appreciate you joining us. Don't forget, follow TME Media AZ. See what we have coming up there as well. Have a great weekend. Don't forget pit stops out there. See you, everybody.